I'm moving fellas. When I'm down, I get real down. When I'm high, I don't come down. I get angry, baby, believe me. I love that song. Anyway, my liver is acting up. I have a cooling towel on today because when I start to overheat, I have got to get my temperature back down, or else I get very sick very quick, and it's not pretty. So I got a new one in the mail. I'm not going to use this one today because, you know, I have one already that I'm using. This will be a backup, but there's some things that I want to show you with this one because it's good. So this here stops anything from going back up the tube. So I like that. And it's a pretty nice clamp. You see that? That is a serious clamp. You are totally, there's nothing leaving. So I've had trouble with clamps before where they let go, I'm not paying attention, and there's like a catastrophe. So these are the usual tips that come with an enema here. I always buy my own, the soft red. 2 reasons. Number 1, it's soft. Number 2, the further you get this up your intestinal fortitude, the better, you know? And obviously this is not going to get up very well, very far. It's pretty hard, and I know people say, well, this is used for a woman's vaginal douche, but people use this in their anal cavities. Anyway, so this is a nice little enema bag. Let's see. They have a complimentary user's guidebook that you can download. I'm just looking to see, sometimes they have coupons that I can give out. Oh, they have a little travel bag that you can put it in. So, it's nice. It's a nice color. Yeah, does it really matter what color it is? No, but as a woman, I like things that look nice, even if it is an enema bag. So, I thumbs up, huge thumbs up on this clamp because the clamps are really important. When you're doing this, when you're giving yourself an enema, if you stop, like you feel like, oh, I gotta stop because I'm gonna have to poop. If you clamp off and just like breathe, you might be able to keep that in there. Yeah, my camera definitely not being user-friendly anymore. I cannot afford a new phone. I need a unlocked AT&T phone with a good camera because the phone company that I use, I can use any unlocked AT&T camera phone, sorry. I can use any AT&T unlocked phone with my company that I use. So if anybody has an old AT&T unlocked phone that they're like, it's not like a heap of junk, hit me up because I need a really good camera. I really don't know what's going on here with my, keep shutting off. So anyway, I'm going to start out with water. One of my online friends decided to switch over to my SD card. So what I was saying before my phone shut off for the millionth time is one of my online friends reminded me that you really should clean out before you do your coffee. And I knew that a long time ago. But, you know, oh, this cooling towel. My liver, when it's not doing well, I overheat and I gotta cool down. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is just water because it really is a waste of the coffee. Now just imagine I've been doing this all the coffee, gallons of coffee each time. And so it's a smart idea or thing to just clean out with water first. So I'm slowly getting that up in there. Ooh, I think I've reached China. How's everything doing down under? That's not China. That must be in Aussie. I think I've hit the moon. Hey, next week I'm getting the rest of my teeth pulled, and then I will be having dentures. Kind of scary, kind of making me sad, and I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm not scared about getting the teeth pulled because I've done that before. I don't get put out. Last time I had like 8 or 11 teeth pulled here, and I just did it with Novocaine. Yes, it's scary, but it's scarier for me, the thought of getting put under. So, ugh, sweat. So, whew. Yeah, what happens with my liver is when it's not doing well, my liver is spasming. So what it's doing is shaking. It causes my body to overheat. Thus I start sweating. It's usually a sign that I need to take care of myself. I need maybe to get put on some medication, some antibiotics. It just depends. Usually, I just had a blowout. What does that mean? The tube popped out. It popped out. I'm so sad. So, I just take it out with, well, I don't want to inter it. So when that happens, I just take it out and I sit. And how much water went in? Not very much at all. I'd only say about that much of my monstrous enema bag up there. But it's just water, and let's see, when's the last time? When I don't do my enemas, I don't go to the bathroom very well. That's another thing, because my system doesn't work properly. So, the dog gonna bark, pain in the butt. Anyway, so clean out with water, and the way you know if you're cleaned out is, for me, is I get to this point where it's like, I call it like baby poo, baby food, mush. And I want to take out everything, but that's usually when I stop, when I hit that wall of, looks like no longer, it just looks, I don't know. I have this thing. Shh. I'll flush so you don't have to hear that. I don't know. So, yeah, when I hit that wall of, it's like baby foodish to me. It's like really, I don't know. It's just me. Then I swap over from the water to the coffee. Now before I used to just do all coffee. Even though most of the times it was only in there for a little bit and then, but one of my friends, he kind of reminded me, because I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I just start getting lazy, and I start forgetting things and trying to do shortcuts. And another thing he told me was to put 2 drops of, what is it called, frankincense on my tongue, which is an anti-inflammatory, and then I think 5 or 6 in the bag. And I put this in when I'm doing the coffee, because after cleaning out, it usually gets to stay in there a little bit longer because there's nothing wanting to come out. So I've been trying that, and it's nice to have the feedback, because I followed the Gerson, and it's been a long time since I've read it, and I was really strict in the beginning with juicing and everything, and now I've just become so lazy. I think it's not just lazy, I just don't feel well, so I don't have the stamina to do it all. So I just, oh, sorry, what was that? I don't know. So I just kind of shortcutted it. So clean out. Obviously the water is working quite well for me. I haven't even put it back in yet, and I've unloaded about 3 mother loads. Funny story, funny, not funny. The other day, like 4 days ago, I went to the bathroom, and it's kind of gross. My mom, if she watches this, she's going to get so mad at me. But It was like the size of my arm. It was huge. Monster. It was a monster. It was a monster. It was such a monster that my toilet wept that day. It cried a little. I saw some tears. I saw it, was trying to get away. Please, somebody help me. But nobody could help it. So, so after I think I'm done getting out what was just put in and all that, I do a quick wipe here, and then I start over it with my oil before I put the tube back in. And every time when I'm done, I wipe this down with a Lysol wipe, by the way, because, you know, I'm touching my bum and, you know, I pretty much wipe everything down. I'm a total clean freak. Used to kid that you could eat off of my toilet when nobody would want to, but in other words, I cleaned every time I do the enemas. I wipe the walls. You know, it may be a little bit overboard, but you know. So it's not going in. So I'm gonna, well, it's up in there pretty far though. It's only got about that much left before I hit the, I think so. Put the water back in. I know I'm boring you. I have nothing good to talk about. Let's see. I may do a denture diary. Why? It may help me deal with the emotional aspect of losing my teeth. My teeth are soft. They're crumbling here. And that's what made me decide to stop always trying to save them, because it just keeps coming off, and I get a root canal and it lasts a couple months and then it keeps falling out. So my teeth are just so soft that it won't hold the stuff. And so, you know, you can only try to save it for so long. And then infections, I already have sepsis about every 3 months. And then anytime anything went wrong with my teeth, then I would also have another blowout. Let's see. Nothing much going in. I wonder why. And I didn't even feel like an urge to have to go. It just kind of popped out. Maybe I'll just try to put that back in. I'm going to flush that just in case there's anything in there. I don't want to be touching. I have a towel on the floor so that, oh, there's one of my long hairs from my head. Hey, speaking of long hairs, yesterday my son had a hair on his leg, no lie, 6 to 8 inches long. It's huge. We clipped it yesterday. He wouldn't let me pull it. And the other thing was, it was white. He's blonde, but that one hair was like silver. But it was crazy. It was, so this is definitely pretty far up there. Keeps trying to pop out though. I guess in these cases, this would be the time that it would be nice if you were someplace and somebody was doing it with you. Not everybody has that luxury of, I've seen a lot of videos where, you know, it's a practitioner and they're doing it, but I can't afford that. I mean, I can barely afford what's happening in my life now, so I could not add going to a practitioner to do this. And those colonics and all that, they look amazing, but I can't do that because I have a leak, and I would be afraid that that pressure would push up and blow the leak out. So I can't do that. But I was watching videos of that, and that is amazing. I wonder why the women that go there because they haven't pooped in like 6 to 8 days, why they aren't doing enemas by themselves like this at home instead of waiting until they're suffering to do that, you know? There's a lot of water going in right now. The other day I did one and the whole thing went in. My camera's messing up so bad. I am on number 3. Just go ahead. So now with this one, number 3, I don't know. I need a new camera so bad. Well, I don't have a camera. I use my phone. So, and I always make sure I pick a phone that has a really good camera so that it's HD. This is actually 4K. This is a Galaxy S5. Kind of bummed about it. This video is like 6 chops, you know, 6 different ones. Anyway, I'm gonna pause you, because I'm gonna release the Kraken. I'm back. Look at that big ass bag. Whew. So I'm on the last. Wouldn't that be terrible if that big bag fell full of coffee? I would probably cry a little. No, I would cry a lot. Then I would clean it up. One time I was giving my mom one, and hold on, I'm gonna flush just in case. And I put the bucket on the shelf above the toilet, and I had never done that before to my mom, so I was stressed out and nervous. So I forgot the bucket was up there, and when I pulled on the thing, the bucket fell right on her head. That was a mess. It wasn't that bad because it was, the small enema buckets, but oh boy. It wasn't a good, this is your first enema that I'm doing for you. So what I'm going to do with this one is, I'm going to try to keep this in as long as possible. I'm taking it a little slow. And then I'm going to just try to keep it in there. Because I've cleaned out majorly today. I can smell sepsis a little, so whenever I smell sepsis, when I say smell sepsis, I smell it in my sweat. I just smell it. And, I tell the doctors about that, and they're like, no, there's no such thing. Then you go online to the sepsis community, and they know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, that's why I'm doing such a serious one today. I cleaned out major. I gotta let this rest before it blows out of my can. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the online community knew exactly what I was talking about. I wasn't crazy. They could smell it, they could taste it. And it's not a bad smell, it's like sweet. What it is, unfortunately, is like you're rotting inside. Not fun to think about. I try not to think about it. And, because if I do, it really scares me because I know what's going on in there. Oh, I blew out anyway. Try not to. So, yeah, it scares me. So that's why I'm doing the deep one. I have done 3 of these. And the 3rd one is in there now. So what I want to try to do is at least, I want the last half to stay in there. So, I don't know why. There's nothing coming out except coffee. It just doesn't want to stay today. My butt is hurting from sitting on the toilet so much. So, I have a lot of videos to make tonight. I have a bunch of products. I can tell I don't feel good because I don't care that you're hearing me using the bathroom. That's pretty sad. I'm just like, who cares? I don't care. Sometimes I care. It's just leaking out. I'm trying to hold it in, and it's just like water. There's no poops. No poops. Okay. My dog's not in here thinking about poops. My dog's usually in here watching me and wondering what I'm doing. No. Oh well. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, no. My butt's falling asleep. I want to get up, but I gotta put the tube back in. So, trying to make sure anything that wants to come out is out. It smells like coffee so strong in here, so I mean it could be worse. I know women are not supposed to wipe from the front, but you know, I'm actually just, this is the enema coffee. So, let me dry this off. I always dry it off before I put more on, because if it's too wet, it's just going to slide right out. So one of the people who watch me doing these videos, they don't even do the enemas. Get off your butt and get one. Get a bag. I got a nice bag in the mail yesterday. I'm going to put the link there for you. It's blue, so it's for boys. And organic coffee. I think they said that girlfriend used to. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, really should. I'm trying to get my son 16. I don't think he'll do it. But it's not well. And I wish he would. So we got about half left in there. I don't know if it's going to stay. I know I'm nuts. Hold on, I'll be right back. So, I'm back. So now I'm standing up. I'm trying to, I want to get that last half in. Whoops, sorries. Hey, I went to the plastic surgeon about getting this excess skin removed, but it's going to cost around $14,000. $14,000 and it's not covered. So I'm not going to be losing my wings. But my son, he's always shocked at how muscular I am underneath this dead skin. So I have a very big gun there. I know, it looks terrible. I wanted to get it taken off this summer, but $14,000 is not happening for me. It's not covered. The arms are not covered because that's just cosmetic. If I had like stomachy stuff, which I'm very fortunate that I never had a big stomach. I always had a big ass, not a stomach. So I don't have any like hangy stuff. I knew somebody growing up. I knew a woman who, it's gross, she used to tie it up with a hair pony. And that, I was probably like 17. So, anyway, I'm stuck with my wings. That's okay. So I think we are empty. Yay, I did get it in. There's some left in the tube, but I'm cramping, so I'm definitely not even going to try to. Usually I put some more warm water in and just get it all, but I'm not going to try that. I'm going to sit down and take the thingies out. My tail. Get rid of my tail. I don't want it to. So I kind of feel good about what's in there right now. It doesn't feel like it's going to try to bust out, but I am cramping, which is unusual for me. Usually I don't cramp. So I'm going to attempt to keep this in. I don't know if I will be able to, but I'm going to try. Cramps. What about cramps? I never get cramps when I do it full coffee. Whenever I clean out first with water, I get cramps. But if I cleaned out with coffee, I wouldn't get any cramps. So I don't know It's all about discomfort, I guess. If that happens to you and you know it's too much and you don't want to deal with cramps, it's not like terrible, oh my god, cramps. I'm gonna pause so that I'm just gonna leak out and I don't want you to be like, ew, gross. Look, there's my pile. That's right. I use that and I use that. This is that Enema bag I just got, and it has a great clamp. So I'll put the link. You know who you are. You need to get one of these and start doing this. Dude, it's good for you. So I was able to keep it in so far. And what I'm actually going to do is get in the shower also. I'm not taking you in the shower. Ooh, look what I did. Look what I did. I'm just striking out with my technology today, huh? Okay, I gotta pause you because it's gonna spin around. So yeah, I was kind of bummed out when we went to the plastic surgeon. And the reason we were at the plastic surgeon was my son actually had melanoma when he was like 13 or 14 on his face. So we went there with just like a recheck of the area. My son is nervous that it's back. So what am I wearing underneath here? Hold on. Make sure I'm covered pretty much. So yeah, we were checking on that. And he says it looks great, but my son's still thinking about shaving his head so that I can really check. He had right here, and he had it here and here, like 3 or 4 spots. So I can't blame him for being scared. It was very scary. The weird thing is that the kid's barely ever out in the sun. So that was the weirdest. I mean, I can't imagine because he's not in the sun. So I'm gonna pause. Haha, you're not coming with me.